The beginning of my NCSY experience could best be described as a journey begun in reluctance. During my sophomore year at Bexley High School, I was looking to regain some of the Jewish enrichment I'd lost since leaving CTA in the 8th grade. JSU, or Jewish Student Union, seemed to be exactly what I was looking for. It's an interesting and insightful discussion group led by Rabbi Jesse Boyanju. JSU, in one word for me though, was Dayenu, enough. That was because JSU was in my comfort zone. It was meant for public school kids, it was attended by public school kids, so I knew that I would fit in socially. NCSY, on the other hand, I assumed was not for me. I was extremely apprehensive when Rabbi B first invited me to attend a NCSY Shabbaton. I felt I'd be looked down upon because my Jewish involvement wasn't as strong as theirs, and the group of kids there would not be part of my social network of friends. But as anyone who knows Rabbi B knows, he's persistent. So after 2 tries to get me to go to an NCSY Shabbaton, the third one was the charm. And I went, although still with great reluctance. I only really went to reciprocate the great efforts Rabbi B had been making towards me. I couldn't miss a test on the Friday of the Shabbaton, so I, together with my fellow NCSYer, Ruth Hay, drove to Pittsburgh on our own on Friday afternoon. Most of the ride there, I was nervous about every aspect of the weekend, from my housing situation to if I was going to fit in as a high school junior that was only now going on my first NCSY Shabbaton. But when I got to the house where I was staying at, I immediately felt compelled to keep Shabbos. This wasn't because everyone else was keeping Shabbos, but rather I wanted to get the full experience of what a Shabbaton was. I got to the synagogue a few minutes late, and Rabbi B was waiting for me at the door. He rushed me into services with everyone else, and when I stepped into the shul, everyone was dancing around the shul, chanting a prayer and singing a song I wasn't familiar with. But this didn't matter, because I was immediately grabbed by another NCSYer and pulled into the circle, and we started to dance around the shul with everyone. This turned out to be a common theme throughout the convention. This gave me a huge burst of energy, and I started to balance davening and meeting new people that just wanted to know who I was. And later that evening, we had our Shabbos dinner where many of my CTA friends introduced me to their NCSY friends, and almost immediately I felt that I was a part of a new group of friends. And never in my life had I felt so comfortable around a new group of people that I could be myself without them being the least bit judgmental. The next day I met an advisor that really made my NCSY experience. His name is Seth Fagan, a former NCSYer that's now studying to be a dentist and still makes time to come to NCSY events. Seth took me in like I was his brother throughout the convention. He would randomly during services come up to me and teach me about whatever the particular prayer was, and during Ruach sessions he would come up and explain to me what the song that we were singing meant. I'll never forget one night when he stayed up till 3:30 in the morning with me and my friend Laura and just discussed what it meant to him, what it means to me to be a Jew, and what it means to stay a Jew as we grow older. In the end, my experience was way better than I ever could have possibly imagined. By the end of the weekend, something deep inside of me had caught fire. I was astounded by the depth of my enthusiasm toward the whole experience. What began as a desire for a little Jewish enrichment ended up instilling me with something deeper than I could have ever imagined. Now I eagerly look forward to every regional event to give me another chance to see my new group of friends and add more fire to the flame burning inside of me. I never, not even for 1 second in NCSY, felt that I was an outsider. Everywhere I turned, there was someone there with me. I kept my first Shabbos to the fullest on my first NCSY convention and loved every second of it because I was with great people. I had friends that cared about me and great advisors that bridged every gap I felt was there. Lots of Jewish teens have a need and a desire to connect to their Judaism on a deeper level. NCSY has not only opened my world and brought me a whole new group of friends. But it has taken my spark, my personal desire to connect and grow in my Judaism, and ignited it in a way that will always stay with me.